Yo yo yo, new day, new day. We have got to have a talk about the Legend of Korra. I do not know what my opinion is about this, but it's a lot of ups and downhills, you know? There's a lot I like about it, there's a lot I really don't like about it, but I don't know if it's because of my own, my own traumas, I suppose, with previous stories, that I really don't like certain things. So I am in the middle of Season 2 of The Legend of Korra, Avatar, the Legend of Korra, which follows basically like the entire world, after Avatar Aang, I should just call him Aang. After Aang passed away, the new Avatar, we're following her. That was a roundabout way of explaining that. We're following around Korra, and she is apparently just fucking everything. I don't really know why, but that is like the conclusion that people have told me, that she is the absolute worst Avatar ever, and so far I don't really see it. I don't like her as an Avatar. I like her as a character a lot, but she is by far and away like not a good Avatar, I gotta be honest. First of all, I do need to water break. I need to preface that, the ending of Season 1, something that I didn't know, but know now, is that they were apparently only looking to make one season of this, which is why Season 1 had such a horrible ending. So I shat a lot on the ending of Season 1, in my mind, rightfully so, but of course that's gonna like change the perspective somewhat, but it is still an inexcusable sin to just like reverse all that has transpired and just she gets all her Avatar abilities back, and every problem ever is fixed. Actually, oh god. So that's like the ending of Season 1. I'm in Season 2 right now, where it's just like, same shit, different day, Instead of saving one city, we are saving another city, but like, it's been beginning to flesh out the world, beginning to form out, like, we're traveling back and forth, like, between the, primarily the Southern Water Tribe, and the Republic City. I think Korra just landed herself on Fire Nation soil. I'm pretty sure, at least. She woke up on this episode 6, was basically without Korra the entire time. So where is Korra? We get to see that at the very end of this episode. She wakes up on a beach. God damn it! Fuck you. She wakes up on a beach and fucking amnesia plotline starts, and I, as a avid and well-known One Piece lover, enjoyer, I've experienced my fair share of bad amnesia plotlines, aka 2, but they hurt the story pretty bad. I love One Piece, but I can definitely say that those are probably some of the worst things in the story. Primarily Sabo, having, I guess, spoiler for, like, Dressrosa of One Piece, I guess. Fucking Sabo is alive. Whoa, big surprise there. But the reason that he hasn't reached out to, like, either Luffy or Ace is because he had amnesia. And that just kind of sucks. Because, like, why couldn't you have, like, any other way of, like, explaining it? And also, why wouldn't, specifically Ace, like, he was a fucking, Emperor's commander. Did he not know what was going on in the world? I know he hadn't been a pirate for long, but, he had to at least have the name Sabo come up, or like the revolutionaries. And I'm kind of afraid that this is gonna be the same thing that happens here. Well, I'm not actually afraid that I think this has a chance to be handled way better. This has a chance to be handled like the Big Mom plotline in Wano, where she also gets amnesia. Also pretty bad plotline, but this is way more like relevant to what I'm talking about with Korra, because they both wake up on the shore of some place they don't know, and they don't remember who they are. They just wake up and they're there. To be fair, this is like the very first impression I got. Is just like I gotta get out my my unfiltered rage of this being the direction of the season. But I don't want to get my hopes up too high that they're gonna handle this fucking amnesia plotline all too well, because they're usually not handled too well. So yeah, the last I remember seeing of Korra, at least, she went behind. She tried to go behind the police's back and basically the entire city's back, because they wouldn't help her in this basically war that she started, or she didn't start it, but she definitely is not really pursuing, you know, the fastest way to peace. So she is kind of pursuing a war, but the Republic City didn't want to help her in the war, help the Southern Water Tribe, or the Northern Water Tribe actually. The invaders, basically what is perceived to be the bad guys. Is that the... fuck, I keep forgetting the North from the South. Oh well. The Republic City doesn't want to help her, so she tries to go behind their backs. That backfires because she has like a whole ass boyfriend who is in you know, on the inside of the police force, and takes the police's side instead of his girlfriend's side. So that is a whole thing. But after that backfires, and she basically, you know, she can't really get the help of the oh, that's what he was called, fucking the guy with Zuko's voice. Iroh, General Iroh, named after Uncle Iroh, of course. They try to work together because like alliances are a bit like, I don't fucking know. I don't know. There's a lot of like kinda, you don't really know the relations between every single place. You just assume that they're like somewhat allied with each other, but it's also implied that they might not be, and like it's just kind of confusing, like the relations between like all the different nations post Aang. Especially because we don't really get to see or hear from the Fire Nation or the Earth Kingdom. Like, are they still a thing? I suspect them to be. That is not the word I should be using. Expect, that was the word. I expect them to still be a thing, but like, are they changed? How are they changed? Like, what are we, is that what we're gonna be exploring now? Because I'm 90% sure that she went on her own little way to the Fire Nation to meet the Fire Lord. And basically coordinate, you know, behind the backs or like around Republic City. So she just needs a fucking force to invade the Southern Water Tribe. And yeah, she washes up on the shore without really any explanation, which is fine. I expect them to explain it later, like how she ended up there, but you know, pretty self-explanatory. She got lost at sea, and she woke up right then and there on the beach. Ah, yeah, I could have unfumbled that. So I don't really know what I'm expecting Korra to do here. Like, why does the story need her to have amnesia? Is it just like she like her avatar duty? She's not a good enough avatar, so she has to learn like how to be the avatar without being the avatar, you know? That's my best guess, if that even makes sense for you guys. But like, even that doesn't really make sense, because she is like a seemingly good enough avatar, otherwise she wouldn't be able to go into the avatar state, right? Like, at will. Is that not what's been implied all the way back in the original series with Aang, like the whole Appa's kidnapping and whatnot? I think so, at least, but I do not know. Been there, been there. Anyway, we also have a whole ass plotline going on, like, inside the city. With of course Marco and fucking, you know, Marco Bolin have basically split up doing their own little thing, but they're both kind of connected to this businessman guy, who is just seemingly, he had his first little instance of looking very, very suspicious and very cartoonishly evil in this latest episode. And apparently, I can't remember his name. I'm notoriously bad at names, but apparently he was tied to the detonating bombs. Fucking basically escalating the war in you know, blaming one water tribe, you know, bombing the other, you know, type shit. There was an attack in the town square. I think it was in the Northern Tribes, like, Congress Center or something like that. God, I should have slashed. God, I should have not dashed. Bars. God, I should have. Ah, God damn it. I am losing my edge here. I am not supposed to lose this hard to Crystal Guardian. So anyway, after this attack, Marco is pretty much the only guy. He sounds like a fucking conspiracy theorist, where, you know, he pretty much catches, quote-unquote catches, he sees a guy, like, red-handed going out, like, from the exploding building with a fucking detonator. But for some stupid reason, nobody wants to listen to him. Like, I'm like 50-50 on if this is just, like, you know, some sort of inside job, because nobody wants to fucking listen to him, or if this is just the show being really stupid. Because let's be honest, it could be both. But essentially, these detonators are tied somehow to this businessman guy who, like, since the beginning has pretty much been like just a comic relief character. He's just been kind of a goofer that kinda is like a sort of a plot device, just because he has money and is funding our main characters. But when you see it from the perspective of him being a bad guy and, like, all the kinda sus things he says, but kinda just, you know, we throw them away. We throw them to the fucking wind side just because he's just a goofball, you know? Why should we take anything this guy says seriously? But one thing he specifically said at, you know, a couple episodes ago was, if you cannot make money while there is a war, you cannot make money at all. Which is pretty interesting when you know, look at it from the perspective of, like, he is just, he is actively escalating the war, and that is, like, all he's doing, just so he can sell more weapons and, you know, trade back and forth between the different nations and tribes, and he's, like, the one guy they can all trust. You know, he's a fucking motivated by money kind of guy, which I really do like and respect. What I don't like and respect, though, is the way I fucking lost to Oblobbles. Holy shit. That was horrible. I just took, like, 3 horrible hits in a row, not noticing them. I just fucking threw down my pants, ready to be spanked. This is so ass. Anyway, Looking forward to seeing if he is actually the bad guy or not. I can't really shake the thought now that they've shown him in this like kind of goofy, creepy light. I don't know. Or just thinking back on all the different things he has like said and done and how he has positioned himself. I like seeing him in action. So hopefully I will see him more so in action going forward. Hell yeah. I'm Hub Mob off now. Bye gang. Bye gang. Bye gang.